How strong is North Korea's Air Force? The North Korean Air Force is estimated to have over 1,000 aircraft. According to U.S. government estimates, North Korea spends nearly a quarter of its GDP on their military. A 2015 Pentagon report stated that the North Korean Air Force, a fleet of more than 1,300 aircraft that are primarily legacy Soviet models, and is primarily responsible for defending North Korean airspace. They have only a handful of modern aircraft, the most capable of which are Pyongyang's fleet of 35 Mikoyan MiG-29 Fulcrums. Other relatively modern planes in Pyongyang's inventory include 56 MiG-23 Floggers and 34 Sukhoi Su-25 Frogfoot close air support aircraft. The Pentagon report continued, the North Korean Air Force most capable combat aircraft are its MiG-29s, procured from the Soviet Union in the late 1980s, its MiG-23, and its Su-25 ground attack aircraft. However, the majority of its aircraft are less capable MiG-15s, MiG-17s, MiG-19s and MiG-21s. The Mikoyan is a supersonic jet fighter and interceptor aircraft, designed by the Mikoyan-Gurevich Design Bureau in the Soviet Union. However, some of Pyongyang's arsenal is made up of 1950s and 1960s vintage machines. These aircraft are composed of largely Chinese-built J-5S and J-6S which date back to the 1950s and 1960s. Both the J-5 and the J-6 are hopelessly obsolete, and if anything, during regular combat operations would simply be missile sponges for American and South Korean fighters and surface-to-air missile batteries. In fact, that is perhaps not a bad mission for these aircraft. Surface-to-air missiles and weapons such as the AIM-120 are expensive and inventories are relatively limited. Shooting them down would soak up vital inventories of interceptor missiles. If for example, if North Korean J-5 were to cross into South Korean airspace in an attempt to attack a ground target, Allied force would shoot it down. But even a single Patriot PAC-3 missile costs more than $3 million. Moreover, interceptor missiles are usually salved in pairs during an operational launch. Thus, while the North Korea loses an antique J-5, the United States would have expended $6 million and used up a portion of its missile inventory that might have been better utilized to defend against a more important threat. Even an air-to-air missile shot using and would cost well over $1 million, especially if it was a late model. However, in the event, the United States and South Korea couldn't simply avoid engaging such an aerial target, especially if it was a civilian installation or some sort vital military asset. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.